Every time we have an Alabama guy on the show, every time we ask about Nick Saban, we're always looking for good Saban stories. Give us your best one, Evan.
Well, Coach Saban's pretty much the same guy all the time.
He's got a good one, but he's scared to tell it.
Yeah.
That's the look I just got, Mike.
It's okay.
Yeah,
you don't work for him anymore.
Do I tell this?
You don't work for him anymore.
But he's still going to see this, and I still got to go back for pro day.
That was such a great answer.
That was a great moment. Yep,
He's still going to see this.
And he did. And Evan Neal is the number one ranked offensive lineman on Chris's offensive line rankings for the 2022 draft. Why him instead of Ickey Ekwonu, Chris?
They're both phenomenal. This would be one of those, Mike, where it's like 1A and 1B. I'll say this, and this might sound a little weird, but I think you'll be able to, comprehend here. Ickey Ekwonu's film and overall play is better than Evan Neal's. It's cleaner through and through. If you just had all the categories and checked it down, more categories are going to go to Ickey Ekwonu. But there is a big but here. Evan Neal's as good a pass protecting left tackle as I've seen ever since I've been on this side of the business. It's impeccable, Mike. Nobody gets close to the quarterback. And he's great in every area in pass protecting. Of course, it's the SEC, and you get to see it against NFL defensive end types week after week, let alone Georgia, who's got 3 guys that I think are top 10 worthy where he blocks against. So that's, to me, a little the difference. Ickey, a really awesome player. I think they're both very justifiable top 5 picks with their talent. If you're just going to make me err on one or the other, I'm going to go with the guy that I think is like truly, truly special pass protector. And to me, he's as good as I've ever seen coming out of college.
Sounds like in your mind, though, you can't go wrong with either guy.
No, you can't go wrong with either guy. And it's going to be interesting to see kind of where they fall. To me, that's where the Texans at 3 become an interesting thing, Mike. I mean, do they do one of these edge guys if they're there? Do they go to the tackle position? And, of course, what they do I think is going to affect what picks 5 and 6 with the Giants and Carolina do too. So that's where the top 10 can be a little interesting. I do think these two are clearly the best offensive linemen in the draft. So that's going to add to the importance of some of these guys. Like you kind of heard me say yesterday, at every position there's 2 or 3 guys to me that kind of stand alone from the rest of the group. And I think that's where there's going to be value maybe in that top half of the draft is teams trying to get those guys.
And look, we all think the Jaguars are going pass rusher number 1 overall. There's been reporting that Doug Peterson, the new coach of the team, is pushing for help on the offensive side of the ball. Just because they used the franchise tag on Cam Robinson again.
Yeah.
You're not going to use it a third time because then it becomes quarterback money. This is a cheaper way to address the issue, especially if you think that Evan Neal is a guy who can get it done for you and protect Trevor Lawrence. You need somebody to protect Trevor Lawrence. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Jaguars do this.
I'm with you, Mike. I don't think it's crazy either. When I first heard those rumors, I didn't go, oh, well, that's ridiculous. There's no way. I do think Aiden Hutchinson is a phenomenal football player. Well, yeah, like we talked a little yesterday, they have drafted 2 edge guys in the top 20 of the draft, 2 out of the last 4 years? So, how many assets are you going to spend on that? So that's also come to my mind. And then you look at a guy like this where Evan Neal, I mean, to me, it's very Jason Peters-ish like. I mean, again, the guy's 350, Mike. You saw him there. It's the easiest 350 you'll ever see in your life. Let alone he's phenomenal. And, to your point with Doug Peterson and that whole thing, hey, how did the Eagles start their Super Bowl run? It was their offensive line. It was stacked. Jason Peters, Lane Johnson, Kelsey, Brandon Brooks at right guard. I mean, damn, they had top 2 at every position in the offensive line almost, except for left guard. So he does believe in that, and that's where I still give it an outside chance that it could be maybe one of those offensive line, Mike, to your point.
The guy you have at number 3 is fascinating to me, Tyler Linderbaum. Great player, but not big.
No.
Is it possible he's too small to thrive at this level?
I kept waiting for evidence of that on film to go, well, he's going to get overpowered here by one. Ohio State's going to have somebody that's going to overpower. Or this team's going to have somebody that overpower him. You kept waiting for that. Michigan, they'll have somebody. No. Every game, he wins the battle. He's extremely athletic, Mike. I mean, it's elite athleticism for a center or really any offensive line. It's Jason Kelce-ish, really, in a lot of ways. That's the guy he reminds you of, It's the guy he reminded me of. But I would worry about the size if I had tangible evidence to go, I've seen him get overpowered in college, and it bothers me a little bit. But there's just none of that. And then let alone, it's just every game he's a machine. Doesn't miss a block. And Iowa does real NFL offensive line stuff too. So it makes you feel warm and cozy to go, wait, he's done all this. He knows how to do all this. I think he's a really good player. He goes somewhere, I would think, in the top 25 picks, Mike, I would think.
Linderbaum put Tristan Wirf's shoulders on the mat in a wrestling match once upon a time.
Yes, he did.
Let's take a look at that. Do we have some video?
Roll
that video. There he is celebrating. There it is. He is smaller.
I know.
And doesn't matter. I think Tom Brady's going to take his phone number back.
Seriously.
That one.
Tristan Wirfs has let up like 2 sacks in 2 seasons in the NFL and been dominant, as good as any right tackle in the game. So that just tells you about the power of the guy. It's real, Mike. It's impressive. You don't see guys that athletic and that powerful and that type of a package that often.
Well, he'll be a good guy to root for because you don't want to think that there's any limitation on what a guy can be.
Sure.
And if he's good enough, if he's strong enough, if he can get it done, if he can be one of those guys that just, you're thinking about this guy isn't very big, and the next thing you know, he's putting you on your ass. That could be quite an asset.
No doubt.
If they constantly underestimate him, that could be something that plays to his benefit.
And what happens with guys like that too, Mike, even though, yes, he doesn't have like the power or like, maybe just a true road grader, oh my gosh, like one of those big centers. But because he's so athletic and quick and sudden, he never – what he does to take away the power of some of these bigger guys, he gets on them so quick that they can't really get momentum or anything going to use their size advantage on him. So he's phenomenal at snapping his hands up and getting on a defensive tackle before the defensive tackle really got to get full explosion out of his stance, and that's where he makes up for it. It was that great suddenness he has in his body.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. And again, Peter King suggests that this may be the first draft ever where there are no guys taken in the top 10 that touch the ball. And I know that it's sexier that way, but the infrastructure of a team is the line, offensive and defensive. Once you have the lines in place, that's when all the other guys can do the things or not do them if you have a great defensive line.
That's right.
But that's when the guys who touch the football can make things go.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.